Hello, and welcome to the Payment Integrity Program Information for Providers presentation. This presentation will cover the Clinical Chart Validation, or CCV, process of the Payment Integrity Program. There is a separate presentation to cover the introduction and overview of the Payment Integrity Program. If you haven't already, I encourage you to view that presentation prior to viewing this one. This information release is the property of Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. The information is provided as is without any expressed or implied warranty. While all information in this document is believed to be correct at the time of writing, this document is for educational purposes only and does not purport to provide legal advice. All models, methodologies, and guidelines are undergoing continuous improvement and modification by Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. The most current edition of the information contained in this release can be found on the Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota provider website, www.bcbsnd.com/providers. All rights are reserved. During today's presentation, we're going to define clinical chart validation, review the CCV implementation timeline, review the medical record request process, talk through the audit determination and reconsideration process, and then we'll end with some resources. Clinical chart validation is just one of the audit types our vendor, Cotiviti, conducts on claims on a post-pay basis. Under this audit, claims are analyzed and reviewed against submitted medical records for diagnosis, revenue codes, and procedure codes, otherwise known as DRG. Payment integrity is being implemented in phases. Fully insured, Medicaid expansion, and Blue Card will be implementing in August, followed by self-funded in November. While these are the implementation dates, providers may not see communications from Cotiviti until a few weeks later. It's also possible for these dates to shift as we continue to work through and make adjustments to ensure a successful implementation. There are several details that go into this process. However, this is a high-level process flow. Cotiviti selects claims and requests medical records. Once records are received, they will complete the DRG review and notify the provider of the audit findings. Once the provider responds to Cotiviti, they will notify Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota of any applicable claim actions. Medical record requests will come directly from Cotiviti and are co-branded with the Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota logo and the Cotiviti logo. You'll want to notify any third-party vendors you use for fulfillment to watch for these requests. Medical records must be provided within 45 days from the date of the letter and without any invoice. Medical records should always be provided at no cost to Cotiviti since they are requesting on behalf of Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. This is part of your provider agreement. Any charges passed to Cotiviti for medical record requests will be billed to you. Neither Cotiviti nor Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota will reimburse for the cost of copying or mailing of medical records. Failure to submit medical records or submit them timely will result in a claim denial. Cotiviti recommends providing the following records for each claim. To ensure compliance with the Paperwork Reduction Act, they request you send the minimal records necessary. However, if you feel the requested information does not support reimbursement for the claim, please send any additional information necessary to support the claim as originally submitted. There are several options to submit your medical records to Cotiviti. You can upload to Cotiviti's Secure Provider Portal, send via Secure Fax, mail to Cotiviti, or provide Cotiviti with remote EMR access. If mailing in your medical records, please mark the envelope confidential. If EMR is your preferred delivery, please contact Cotiviti to set up that option. Sometimes the volume or amount of documentation is too large to use the options on the previous slide. Should that be an issue, Cotiviti offers the ability to send medical records on CD. Should you need to use this option, please ensure to encrypt and password protect the CD. Passwords should not be sent along with the CD, but shared with Cotiviti by calling their operations center at the number listed on the slide. Once medical records have been submitted through your method of choice, Cotiviti will review and respond with an audit determination within 45 days. If you receive an audit determination of no change, this means Cotiviti agrees with how the claim was coded upon submission. There is no additional action on your end. The audit is complete. If you receive an audit determination of change, this means Cotiviti feels the claim is not coded correctly according to submitted documentation. The letter will contain an explanation and rationale of the finding. If you agree with Cotiviti's determination, you can sign and return the letter to Cotiviti along with a completed Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota claim adjustment form. Cotiviti will notify Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota of the outcome, and the claim will be adjusted accordingly. If you disagree with their determination, you can submit a reconsideration to Cotiviti along with any supporting documentation. If requests are submitted to Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota instead of Cotiviti, this will cause a delay in your reconsideration request. Failure to respond to the audit determination within 45 days will result in a claim denial. Once Cotiviti receives the request for reconsideration, they will review and respond within 45 days. Any requests received after 45 days will result in a claim denial, and further reconsideration rights are forfeited. If the reconsideration request is overturned, Cotiviti agrees with the original claim submission and no further action is needed from you. The audit is complete. If your reconsideration is upheld, Cotiviti does not agree with your request. If you agree with Cotiviti's reconsideration determination, you can sign and return the letter to Cotiviti along with a completed Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota claim adjustment form. Cotiviti will notify Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota of the outcome, and the claim will be adjusted accordingly. If you disagree with their reconsideration determination, you can submit a second-level reconsideration to Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota along with any supporting documentation. If requests are submitted to Cotiviti instead of Blue Cross of Blue Shield of North Dakota, this will cause a delay in your reconsideration request. Failure to respond to the letter within 45 days will result in a claim denial. Once Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota receives the reconsideration request, they will respond within 45 days with an audit determination. If your reconsideration is overturned, Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota agrees with your request and there is no further action on your end. If your reconsideration is upheld, Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota does not agree with your request. You will need to sign the letter and submit a claim adjustment form to Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota within 45 days. Failure to respond within 45 days will result in a claim denial. Throughout the presentation, we discussed the importance of responding within 45 days. Anytime during the CCV process a provider does not respond within this time frame, the claim is denied. Payment is automatically offset and the provider forfeits any further rights for claim payment, including reconsideration rights. Providers are encouraged to call Cotiviti for any questions on medical record submission, requesting duplicate letters, discussing any audit findings or rationale, questions or concerns on reconsideration determinations, or updating contact information. There are different phone numbers to call depending on the letter received. Please review your correspondence to determine which number to call. Cotiviti has specific customer service procedures. All calls go to a voicemail box. We encourage you to leave a detailed message to include your name, callback number and extension if applicable, patient account number and/or reference number, Cotiviti ID, voucher number, or request ID located on your letter, and a detailed question or request. Cotiviti will respond to all inquiries within 24 hours. We have a dedicated webpage for providers on the overall payment integrity program, as well as a page dedicated to the CCV procedures discussed in this presentation. Additionally, we encourage providers to sign up for our healthcare news. We will continue to communicate updates and changes to providers on payment integrity, as well as many other updates and changes. To receive updates, go to bcbsnd.com, click on Provider at the top of the screen, then News and Resources. Thank you for viewing today's presentation.